So I've done some research, seeing some YouTube videos, and from what I've seen so far, there doesn't seem to be a clear guideline as to how a man should act in order to obtain a girl. Hi, I'm Sajiz, and today I'm going to be sharing with you 5 easy tips on how to get any girl you want. Tip number 1. So the first tip is to be interesting and get some hobbies. So I've seen a lot of guys and they're like, Sajiz, how do I get a girl? So what I tell them first off is to just get some fucking hobbies. Just do something with your life. Like, just maybe just play some games, or maybe just get a sport that you're interested in, or maybe, go skydiving, go skiing, go jump off a cliff, it's really easy. You have to have things that you're interested in enough so that you can allow others to know about them and subsequently be passionate enough to have discourse regarding that. So that's the first tip. Tip number 2. So the second tip is to observe the body posture of the girl. So let's say you've met a girl and you're initiating conversation with them. So one thing that you have to notice while conversing is to notice her body posture. So this is really important because when you see the girl and you see her turned away from you, that means she is not willing to talk. One of the other important ways to know that if a girl is interested in you is to see whether her toes are pointing sideways or backwards. So, in case they're pointing backwards, that is a major indication of her having some issues. Maybe she's not interested in talking, maybe she's busy, maybe she has some deficiencies going on. There could be any number of reasons, but what you have to realize is you have to get her attention enough so that she is focused on you, not with a closed off posture, but with an open posture, chest puffed, back stretched, legs in your direction, feet pointing obviously towards you. Her head shouldn't be to the sides, shouldn't even be backwards. She has to look at you in order to really feel a connection between the two of you. Eye contact is also really important. You have to look at her eye to eye, her face, your face, staring contest. Amazing. Okay, so tip number 3. So the third tip is to steal her shoes. When stealing her shoes, one thing that you have to be mindful of is you have to be quick and nimble. You have to be fast on your feet, and you have to pounce at her feet and steal the wearing of the feet, the footwear. Once you do that, then it's a natural pull, right? Then the girl would obviously be interested in talking to you. This is a really powerful and dynamic move that you can apply anywhere to any girl, and once you do that, she'll be willing to have a conversation with you. So one other thing to keep in mind while stealing her shoes is that you shouldn't steal her shoes when they're tied up. Ones without shoestrings, ideally, should be looked at, and you should be in view of her shoes while talking to her, so that you can make the move. Tip number 4. So, tip number 4 is when you're having a conversation with a girl, you can just kidnap her. So, it's a really simple move, really easy. You can just pick the girl up and say, you're coming with me. It's a really powerful move, and it doesn't require much conversation either. A very high success rate tactic. You can approach from the front, but in order to increase the chances of doing this, you have to approach from either the sides or ideally from the back, so that she is caught by surprise, and the more surprise there is, the more she'll be excited and be caught off guard for you to get in with your attack. So it's a really powerful move, and because it's so powerful, you should execute it with caution. So tip number 5, just be yourself. Yes, it's that simple. Once you start being yourself and once you start not faking it anymore, you'll realize that in this world, what really matters is to just be yourself. And once you start being yourself, then that makes all the difference. Then the girls start to recognize that the person who they're talking to is not someone else, but it is in fact you yourself in flesh, in body, and in spirit. So once she sees that, she will automatically say, oh, this man is someone who is just different, and so she'll obviously be interested. And so it's one of, if not the best things you can do in order to get a girl. And so once you start being yourself, then I don't see why there would be a reason for any woman to reject you. So that was all for this video. I hope you'll be successful in getting a girl. Take care. Goodbye.